Hello, good afternoon in Canada and good evening to my viewers in India. It's Vishal Munocha live from Net Worth Immigration Solutions. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and I will be answering your question live today. And our topic of discussion today will be spousal sponsorship. But you can ask me any question you have to just give you an introduction of ours. Our office is based in Brampton, Ontario, and we also have location in India in Karnal and Kurukshetra. I'm into this industry from last 15 years, so we do have an expertise already into this industry. And I have been running an office in Brampton for last 3 4 years. Our office is located close to Brampton Gateway Terminal. It's Unit 34 7920 Ontario Street. And in India, we are based in Karnal. Our office is in Nehru Palace. Today, I'm going to take up topic of spousal sponsorship. I know viewers will have a lot of other questions which they would like to uh, be answered here. Definitely, you can ask your question, whatever questions you have, I will be answering them, even if it's not related to spousal sponsorship. Don't mind. You can ask your question, whatever query you have. Because of this COVID-19, I know, I hope everybody's safe at their home. And we, most of us are stuck at home still. But yes, in India, the lockdown has opened up and there are a lot of people who are going out, but you still have to be safe. Talking about lot of questions we do get about when the international travel is going to resume. Obviously, that is something everybody is looking at. Right now, nobody has the right answer. But if you talk about Canada, I'm hoping that by for fall intake, definitely, I'm hoping the international student will be able to will be able to travel. The cases are getting low in Canada now as compared to what it was last month. We the numbers have gone down, so which is a positive news for all of us. So definitely there are a lot of positives coming out of it. And like if we talk about express entry out of this COVID-19, that has been great for people who are in Canada who are having experience in Canadian experience called class. They got a lot of invitation to apply because CRF dropped down to just 440, which was 472 before the lockdown. So yes, there have been a lot of positive and negative out of this COVID-19, but I think that the situation is going to improve now, and we'll be back. In fact, we have also started taking appointments. You cannot walk into our office yet, but we are taking appointment on Wednesday and Saturday. So if somebody of you want to come and see us personally, but you can only come through appointments. So you can visit either Wednesday or Saturday. Right now, we are working only for 2 days, but yes, we will be working soon. We will be joining the office, and all of our staff will be available to work in the offices for further appointments for like throughout the week. But I think that's going to happen just from a couple of weeks from now. So we will be working full time in our office, and then definitely again. But I think you still have to walk with the appointment. You can't just walk in. You have to book your appointment, and you have to take care of COVID-19, whatever precautions you need to take. So today our topic of discussion, definitely I'll be taking up questions today, but our topic of discussion is spousal sponsorship. There are two ways you can sponsor your spouse. If you have got married, if you are a permanent resident or citizen, and now you've got married to somebody and you want to sponsor them. So there are two ways. One could be your spouse. Your spouse is already in Canada, or your spouse is outside Canada. So there are two category of application we can do: in Canada class and outside Canada class. So if you are if you got married somebody to person who is already in Canada and you are a permanent resident. Now that application is called in Canada class application. Now whom you can get married to, obviously you can get, say somebody who's already on a visitor visa here, or the person is on a study permit and you are on a permanent residency, or he or she is on a work permit and you are a permanent resident or Canadian citizen. You can sponsor the spousal application, which will be called in Canada class spousal sponsorship application. The application is a paper-based application. There's no online application we can do with spousal sponsorship. Either it's a paper application, sorry, in Canada class or outside Canada class, it is going to be a paper application which has to be done. So there are a lot of documents to be arranged. It's always better you take advice at the early stage when you're getting married, because few people, by the time they come to us or they want to take professional advice, they have already not taken a lot of things into consideration, which from the IRCC point of view is important. From filing point of view, it's very important, right? So people have to be you have to be prepared for these applications, because it's a spousal application, and obviously you want your spouse to get their permanent residency. And so you need to plan out your application well. Now the other scenario could be you are in Canada, but your spouse or somebody, you go back to the home country, you get married, and now you want to sponsor them. It's again a paper application. Both the applications are processed first. The initial stage is processed in Canada, and then the next stage it goes back to your home country where you are, where they do their where they do your credit check, they do your uh, medical check, then you have to go through your police clearance certificate, and other documents related to marriage are required to file a spousal sponsorship application. So if you have any question, any concern about uh, how to get your application processed, definitely they are very small things, but they're very important. When we take up any file or we do any application, everything is very important. So you have to keep in mind that uh, the application you are preparing, you've got all the checklist tick mark, you've got all your documents completed, because a single mistake can definitely, you can get a rejection even on your application. The major concern the officers have when they assess this for the sponsorship application is the relationship. Is the relationship genuine or not? Is this marriage not a marriage of convenience? That's what they exactly look at. Marriage of convenience is somebody is just helping you out to get your PR. There are a lot of people who get into that sort of stuff, and then if the application and if IRCC found out that it was a marriage of convenience, then you can even end up getting 5 years of ban on your application. So the key part in your spousal application is your relationship. Is it genuine or not? How you guys met? How you know each other? How was the marriage done? Uh, so a lot of other things comes into consideration here. So I'll be also started taking questions now, because I've already got a lot of questions coming up, and it will be handy for to give them. And definitely I'll come back to what we were discussing. So I'm going to take the first question up today by Ritesh Patel. His question is, how I want to know that my got visa, did she can arrive Canada now? Yes, you have to wait a bit. I think they're going to open up soon. If they've already got the visas, the international travel is going to resume very soon. And once the international travel resume, I think permanent resident and Canadian citizens who are stuck abroad, they will be the first one who will be able to travel. They're already able to travel, but right now not everybody. So I think as soon as the more international travel resume, your wife will be able to travel to Canada. Gaurav has a question, why when international flights starts. We have to wait, Gaurav. There's no right answer, but yes, it's going to start up very soon. Happy to I have scored 431 in pool. Uh, I think your question regarding express entry, definitely you have to wait for a bit more time. There's a draw expected this week. The last draw was 440. Let's see what will be the draw this time. The predictions are it may go down further to 435, 35. That we have to wait and watch. What about tourist visa? Is good time to apply upcoming month from there? No, Rahil, this is not the right time to apply for a visitor visa for sure, because I think that category of application is going to be taken into consideration at very later stage, because tourist visa, nobody's, you have to come, like right now if you go about the COVID-19 guidelines, even if you come to Canada, you have to be quarantined for 14 days, right? So there's no point applying for a visitor visa right now, and then because the people who are coming here, they have to be quarantined for 14 days. So this is not the right time to uh, apply for a tourist visa right now from India or from any part of the world. What about biometric for open work permit? Karthik, I think there was a good news a couple of days ago. They have exempted few of the category of for the biometrics, not for the open work permit yet. So we have to wait and watch. Maybe they open up the biometric center soon, or the chances are if they don't open up, maybe if the situation is not improving, then they may exempt temporarily and process the application without biometrics. So we have to wait and watch how it goes. How much time does it take to sponsor spouse if he is in India? Okay, Manvi. The application, because it's a paper application, the chances are it's going to take longer than the usual time. If you talk about usual time, we have done a lot of application which are even took 1 year, and few of the application has been processed just within 6 months itself. So ranging between 6 months to 1 year is the normal processing time, but because of COVID-19, maybe this because and it's a paper application as I said, so the time may be more than what it is usual time, but we have to wait and watch. But the usual time is 6 months to 1 year. Ekta has a question for us. Sir, in the pool, I have clicked on spouse non-company because my husband is not able to complete his experience and appear in his IELTS due to COVID-19. Can I sponsor him later? Yes, Ekta, definitely you can sponsor him later, but while right now also IRCC can definitely come and ask you why you are not including your spouse into this application, but you can always answer them, but there has to be a reasonable reason. But once you get your permanent residency approved, then definitely you can later on you can invite your spouse on again it will be a paper application, so it's going to take time. Like in the pool means you are into the express entry, so your will be an online application, but your spousal application will be a paper application. And if he's in India, then it will be outside Canada class. If it's in Canada, then it will be in Canada class application. There's another question we have from Harpinder Singh. Said actually I got my work permit approval. My passport is in embassy for stamping. My spouse study permit is valid till it now. What do I do now? Because I don't get my passport till now. I know Harpinder is not a good situation. Your passport, I understand you got the visa, but your passport is with the IRCC at your home country. You have to wait and watch. Your wife, if her study permit is expiring, definitely she can apply for a work permit later on. But when she's on a work permit, then uh, definitely if your visa is expiring and you're not able to travel, then you have to reapply the application. But in that case your wife need to fulfill other requirements, because if her status changed from study permit to a work permit, then the requirement for you also changes to get a work permit. For that, definitely you can contact our office and somebody will be able to assist you with what need to be done further. So we have a question from Satvir. Got offer letter from Saul College. How is this college, Miles? It's a public institution, Satvi. So all public institutions are good. So first of all, congratulations that you got your offer letter, and hopefully you will be able to travel soon. But it's a good college. Don't worry about the college. It's a public institution. Under candidate prince class, one has completed 56 hours. Those may full time or part time, and that experience should be in same knock code. Yes, under candidate experience class, you need to have at least 1 year of complete work experience and 1560 hours. It could be under different knock. It's not like you have to under or knock B or A, or it has to be knock A or B. But say example, you did a job for 6 months under knock B, and then for another 6 months you work for a knock A. That make you still qualify under Canadian experience class, but you have to have 1560 hours to be completed and complete 1 year of work experience. Seasonal. I am 38 years, having 15-year experience with bachelor degree, but do not have IELTS certificate. Could I apply for PR? No, you have to. For most of the category of applications in Canada, you have to go for IELTS. Maybe the IELTS requirement is different depending on the program you're looking at. Some of the provincial nominee program have got low requirement. So it depends on what program you're targeting, but most of the, I'll say, category of PR application does require IELTS from 5 band to 7, depending on what category of application are we doing. So what about Winnipeg? Manpreet, you need to ask the complete question here. So what is situation for open work permit drive? Hardeep, right now, if you're talking about spousal open work permit, unfortunately, the success rate is not very high. In fact, success rate is nothing right now. Most of the applications are getting rejected for spousal open work permit. So not a right time to apply. You have to wait and watch. Once the international travel resume and everything, I think there will be more positive results coming out. But right now, the application which was submitted before lockdown, most of those applications have not been approved. So let's hope the situation improves in the near future. I got my spouse open work permit visa through net worth immigration. Can I come now? Yes, you can, but you have to wait right now. Ricky, you cannot travel right now immediately. You have to wait for the further instruction from IRCC. So the answer is right now you cannot. You have to wait for some time. Um, PR process in Winnipeg. Basically, Winnipeg has got their provincial nominee program, and it depends on what category you're applying for. They have got their own PNP, and then their PNP is also linked with express entry. So depending on the profile, if you need further answer to your question, Manpreet, I'll advise you to visit our office, or as I said, we are taking up with appointments. We are meeting clients now on Wednesday and Saturday, and in near future, definitely we'll be joining back office. Right now, we're still working from home. We are processing all the application online, but we are available on every Wednesday and Saturday in our office with only appointments right now. Got refused twice when I was a student. Yeah, I know. So you're mentioning your husband. work permit got refused twice. Okay, this refusal is a part of the application we do, right? Either it's going to be approved or it's going to be refused for sure. I know it's very unfortunate to have been refused twice, but you contact our office, definitely we'll try to help you there. See, the documentation plays a very important part. Whatever file we are doing, as I was discussing earlier when we started this session, any category of application we do, the presentation of the file does matter, right? So it depends how the application was submitted, what documents were submitted, and was the relationship proved or not during the document. So we have to see. I'll advise you to visit her office, and we will be able to help you with that. So any result of spouse visa. Uh, and you need to ask your complete question, Manjot. What will be the total cost of sponsoring spouse? Manvi, it depends on the application, and definitely depends on if it's a simple application, if it's a complicated. Complicated means, for example, your spouse has got a couple of refusals already for the country, and then we are applying. Then we have to see what sort of relationship uh, you are into, what sort of documents you have, and how much effort we need to put in. So the cost does differ from application to application. So I'll advise you to kindly visit our office, and definitely we will be able to assist you with your question. Do I need a now OAB job for applying again? Yes. If now you are on your work permit, then you need a job under OAB for sure. Without having that job, you will not be able to sponsor your spouse. So that is one of the requirement once you get your study permit, and after your from study permit you go to your work permit, and you want to sponsor your spouse now, then definitely you need to have a knock OAB position. My wife has done business management of 2 years from Lambton College. Can I apply extra entry if we got qualified for PE My wife has done 12 from back home. Yes, definitely. You can apply for PEI PNP, but that is you need an employer who is going to sponsor your application. So you have to move from here to PEI. So once you're there, you've got your experience from, depending on which category of experience you're getting, from 6 months to 1 year. Once you've got experience in PEI, then you can apply for your PR application. But your uh, employer should be ready to sponsor your application. Ishant Kale, I'm gonna ask for skilled trade stream. So they asked for settlement fund. So was gonna show that from ongoing employment, but I went to India in February and returned this month. I'm gonna start work again from this time too. I don't have recent pay stuff for June. Okay, Shant, I'll advise you to kindly speak to one of our consultant in office. I think you need a proper counseling here to how to go about your application further. So I'll advise you to visit our office, or just give us a call on any weekdays, and definitely somebody will be able to assist and answer your question. Hi sir, I have open. Can I travel to Canada? Sunny, it depends. Right now, you're not allowed to travel because of some reason. And there was a recent update again from IRCC, which was, if you've got an open work permit, but you need a job offer now. If you have a job offer, then you can travel. If you don't have a job offer, then right now you are not allowed to travel. So that was even an advisory issued by Ministry of External Affairs in India, which was shared on our Facebook page a couple of days ago, which clearly mentioned if you're a student, then your study permit should be valid. You should have a letter of acceptance. If you have a work permit, you can only travel if you have a right now job offer with you. Say if you have a job when you were here and then you went to India, if your employer still has is offering you the job once you're coming back, you need a proof from that employer that he or she they are ready to hire you again. Once they are ready to hire you again, you need the job letter to travel to Canada. So just get hold of the job letter if you want to travel to Canada, or you have to wait till the further instruction from IRCC. Then when people can travel, those people can travel who don't have a job offer right now. So I am a student and apply outline online application for spouse open work permit for my husband on 10th March, including biometric. It's been 3 months. When will we get the result? Okay, Preeti, we have, if we talk about the application we submitted in March, most of them have already got their results, but we are still waiting for even our couple of applications are still under process. So I think you should wait. It could come anytime. They are processing those applications which was submitted before this COVID-19 scenario. So they are processing those applications. So I think within this month, you should get a result for your application. Sir, I have a visitor visa to Canada. I visited once in 2018 and came back to India and applied for study permit and got it refused. So can I visit Canada on my visitor visa? Yes, you can. If your visitor visa is still valid, then definitely you can. You applied for a study permit that got refused. That's a different thing. But if you have a valid visitor visa on your passport, is still valid, definitely you can travel to Canada. If an express entry applicant and his spouse are both in Canada and the spouse is on a spouse work permit, is it possible for the applicant to apply for PR alone without the spouse due to points? Yes, it's possible to apply without adding a spouse to the application, but you have to make sure the IRCC do come back and ask for the reason why you have not submitted your spousal application along with yours. And obviously, you cannot answer them because of the point. So you need to have a valid explanation of why you're not putting your spousal application right now. And later on, obviously, once you get your PR approved, then you can sponsor your spouse. If you have still any further question regarding it, just contact our office and we'll be able to help you. What's the trend for open work permit? Anik, right now, if you are talking about the visa rate or the approval rate, definitely it's not good right now for the spousal open work permit. So it's not a good time to submit the applications. Definitely, but I think it's going to improve further. So you should keep your documents, everything ready, and as soon as the situation improves, I think within next month we should there should be more relaxation in the visas, and the chances are the visas will start coming again. Greeting from Montreal. My friend is looking to migrate to Canada on permanent basis for any PNP or entrepreneur program or anything else. Would you be able to help in this? Definitely, we will be able to help them, Arvinder. Just contact our office and we will try to help your friend with whatever. We have to see his profile. Uh, if his profile is matches any of the requirement, then definitely we'll be able to assist them. Sometime my employer give me full-time hours and sometime 20 hours. So shall I qualify for ECE and can I complete my 50-60 hours by this way? Harvinder, yes, you can complete it by completing full time and part time, but it's always obviously you need to have a 1 year content. It's going to take longer. Basically, it's going to take you longer to complete those hours. But 1560, it's not going to be 1560. Then you need more hours. It has to you have to complete at least 1 year too. So hours is one part of it. Like 1560 are the minimum hours you need to complete. But other than that, you also need to have a complete 1 year experience. So if you're having part time in the middle, so that means rather than completing that experience in 1 year, it may be completed in 1.5 year or depending on how many hours you have been getting. So for further query, Arvinder, again, contact our office and we will definitely help you with and guide you how you can process your PR application under CEC if that's your scenario right now. Any prediction about FSW draws and when it will resume? One, we don't have the right prediction, but I'm hoping within a month or so it should start again. Maybe by August, July. Again, there's no right answer to it. We have to wait and watch. But right now, yes, people who are in Canada who are qualifying under Canadian Experience class, they have a golden chance right now because CRS is low and get your profile into the pool if you're eligible, if you've met all the criteria, you've got the 1 year experience, you've got IELTS, you've got your document ECA, your education credential evaluation done, then definitely you should go for the pool and then wait for the invitation when you get. Thank you, Arminder. When will the immigration office gonna open in Canada? Again, no right answer to that. I have done 12th from back home. Now I'm looking to move to another province, but I do need to sponsor my spouse. So my question is, should I sponsor him first, or I should move and then I can sponsor my spouse? See, definitely, it's. I'll advise you. I know you have been asking a few questions here. I'll advise you to just visit our office if you're in Canada, or give us a call and book an appointment with an expert counselor because I think you need a proper counseling here how to go about the case. I'll advise you to just call our office and just book an appointment with a counselor, and they will be able to assist you with your further inquiry here. I got my ITA. My husband is in New Zealand. He is not accompanying me in the profile. Does it make any difference to my residency or his future spousal visa? No, Balpreet, it's not going to make any difference. Obviously, if you got your ITA right now, so your PR profile is still to be submitted. So you can go ahead and submit your PR profile, but you have to be cautious here that definitely IRCC is going to get back to you asking you why is your spouse not accompanying you or why is his application not been submitted along with yours. So you need to give a valid reason for that. And once your PR application is through, then obviously you can go ahead and uh, apply for your spouse too. Sir, I have applied for you for open work visa. Just want to know what is the current situation of files, any new result when they declare. Manjo, definitely, if there will be any update, we'll let you know right now. If we haven't got back to you yet, so definitely the file is still under process. Hello, sir. I'm on my work permit. I am working at NOC category, so I can apply. No, Mira, you cannot apply for your spouse if you're working under NOC. To sponsor your spouse, it should be NOC O, A, or B. So in any of these categories, if you're working, then only you can sponsor your spouse. If he or she even if he's in Canada or India, you want to convert his spouse visa into a spouse open work permit, it has to be a knock OAB position. For open work permit, the file the online result वधिया आंदा या offline. So there is no this is a method like the paper applications are processed quickly, or the online paper application process, or the visa success rate is high in online application and offline. It's not that way. It depends on the application. It depends on the quality of documents we are submitting, what sort of application are we doing. So online and offline doesn't make a difference. It's all about presentation of your file. And if you need any assistance, then definitely we'll be able to help you. Okay, sir, I called several times at your office. Talk to anyone. You call, I think I'm not pretty sure, but definitely we are working in the weekdays. We are working between 10 to 5, so you should call between 10 to 5 anytime. Somebody should be able to assist you. The contact number is 647-891-0647. You can call at this number, or if your query is regarding spouse, I can give you another number here, which is 647-939-0484. Then somebody will be able to assist you if your question is regarding spouse, or you can call to our office number. I have 1 year experience, but some of my biweekly hours is less than 60, and some are more than 60 hours. But CIC requirement is they count 60 hours biweekly. Yes, Sonia, it has to be when you're when we count your experience as a full time, it has to be at least 30 hours a week. So yes, bi-weekly it has to be 60, and you have to make sure they are 60. It has to be 60 every time, right? You cannot have less than 60 and then 80 at one time, and that's not gonna how your experience will be counted. You need to have a complete experience throughout your hours. You should be working full time. If you're getting part time, it will still be counted, but then it will gonna take you longer to qualify because you have to meet your hours also. And then if you are part-time and full-time, then it's going to take you longer to qualify. For example, usually take 1 year if you're working full-time, then it may take for you, it may take you, for example, maybe 1.5 years. So the time span will increase, but definitely try to get, I'm obviously it's not something in your control, but 30 hours is minimum required every time. That is weekly I'm talking about. When a biometric gonna start, sir? Okay, again, talking about biometric, no right answer. Exact answer we have right now, biometric may take some time because of the COVID-19 situation. And also, it will depend on which country you are in. Maybe example, Canada might start up biometric sooner than than the people who are outside Canada. Say example, India, where the cases are growing right now, the number is getting high. So chances are maybe it may take further more time for the biometric to restart, but it will depend on country to country and COVID-19 situation. But right now there is no update yet when they exactly gonna start. So is this student visa viable if a person has study gap of 5 years? Manu, it depends again. It depends on what you have been doing in those 5 years, right? It will 100% depend on what you have been doing. If you show a proper job, say if you were working somewhere or you were studying, or you have to show something or the other. We have got visas where people have got 10 years of gap, but definitely they have a proper valid document which shows or prove what they have been doing. You can start your education, you can apply for a study visa even at the age of 50. We've got visas through for somebody recently. We got visa who is 48 years old, but again they have a proper document, and he went into a university for a master's program with a very good experience back home, and the visa was through. So it does depend on the whole profile. Gap is definitely an issue, but if you are able to show what you have been exactly doing in the gap, then definitely you can still apply for a visa. Biral Patel has a question for us. Me and wife are pharmacy postgraduate. Wanted to ask you how we can improve a CRS score, and can you let us know what is the impact of PNP on our score? Okay, PNP has no effect to your CRS score. That is nothing to do with that. But yes, once you're into the pool, the only way you can increase your CRS score is your English level is one of the thing. Or if your employer is ready to sponsor you and they provide an LMI, they apply for an LMI application and that gets approved. So you get 50 points for that LMI application. These are the only ways you can improve your CRS score. But there are a lot of PNPs who are inviting people right now. So I'll advise you, if you need further counseling, just contact our office and we will guide you further how you can, if your score is not improving, then how you can improve it further, or maybe one of the PNP you can go for. So just kindly call our office and somebody will be definitely able to assist you there. I'm working at Tim Hortons. I do have a year of experience of working there, but still struggling hard to get a knock OAB job, but still not there. Is there any option? Again, there is no option. If the requirement of your application is not OAB position, then you have to have the job. And definitely because of this COVID-19, the unemployment rate is definitely going to be going to go high. It's already high right now, and maybe more people lose their jobs. So it's a tough situation. It's a tough time right now for everybody. Hope everything improves very well, and we are out of this situation, and you are able to find yourself a job. Hi, my girlfriend is a citizen of in university studying, not working, and I was a student and now on post graduation work permit. So is it possible she can sponsor me? Yes, definitely she can sponsor you once you get married. Definitely she can sponsor you on um, for the PR application if she's a citizen already here. For any guidance, Raj, I'll advise you again, call our office and definitely we will be able to help you and assist you with the application or the query you have. And we do a lot of these cases. This is again a spousal application we do category. And we'll be happy to assist you, Raj. If you have any query, just call our office and book an appointment. We'll happy to see you. Right now, we have started taking appointments. We have started meeting clients, but we're only meeting on Wednesday and Saturdays right now. But yes, the appointments are available and you can book an appointment and we can guide you how you can go ahead with the application. So can you suggest a province to move in? Uh, I think I can see you are asking a lot of questions here. Definitely, I'll advise you, as I said, just visit our office and definitely somebody will be able to assist you with that, right? So moving, yes, to move one, say if you're talking about moving right now, the situation, if GTA, which is the uh, most popular destination in Canada, where most of the jobs are there. People in Ontario are struggling right now. So even moving may be a good idea, maybe not, but depend on the province. You have to just check before you move. Are there jobs available or not? Because there are a lot of been employees have been laid off because of this COVID-19. So moving also is going to be is something you can consider, but again, it has to be take a lot of factors need to be taken into consideration before you plan to which province you should move. Our peer process is the middle, and my wife is 6.5, have 10 years of experience in computer. How could I move ahead now? If possible, let us know. Kanika, if you, oh, I'm not pretty sure your peer process is in middle, like you only got an ITA or you're submitted your application ITA. So I don't know exactly what situation you are in, but definitely if you just clarify more about your situation, I'll be able to answer your question better. I'm referring to Tim Hortons question about is Tim Horton Baker accepted as knock B position? Yes, it is accepted as far as your only job is that, right? It's not like you are working as a team member and then you also do a sort of a bit of bakery into part of it. Then definitely it's not. If you're working full time and just as a baker and Tim Horton, whoever you supervise, they write you an experience letter which clearly mentions your roles and responsibility as a baker, then it will be considered. But again, it depends how the application is. So I'm still available for another 10-15 minutes for any question, or if client has, definitely I'm going to answer that. But the topic of our discussion today was spousal sponsorship. And as I said, the application of spousal sponsorship is a bit of complicated application. Major thing we need to consider and taking into consideration is that it has to be a genuine relationship, a genuine marriage. It should not be a marriage of convenience. As far as you've got genuine proof all of about your marriage functions, there are a lot of photographs you need. Um, there are a lot of other requirements we have when we submit those sort of applications. So you have to make sure that your application has complete documents. Your application should not just go along with the document just which is mentioned in checklist. There even beyond those documents which makes strength which will give strength to your file. Your presentation matters a lot, so that is something again you need to look at when you submit your file. So there are a lot of factors when we do a spousal application. So if you have any question regarding spousal application, definitely you can contact our office and we'll be able to assist you. Meanwhile, we've got few more questions. Is biometric necessary to apply, means after approval or before approval? So Kabir, you need to, when you apply, you don't need a biometric that time. Once you submit the application, then a biometric letter has been generated. So right now the validity of that post-graduation work permit is around 90 days. So, but once you apply, so you don't need that biometric at the time of applying, but once you've applied, After that, before approval, you need to go for the biometric. That is the situation right now, but they may change this requirement, looking at depending on if they think, if IRC think they will not be able to open up uh, the biometric centers in the near future, they may exempt uh, people, but we have to wait and watch how it goes. Kanika, we have done education assessment. I mentioned the IELTS score. Now we wanted to submit the application. Kanika, obviously you cannot just submit the application. You have to first obviously create a profile and get into the pool. If that is what you're referring to submitting the application, so yes, that is the first step. You need to create your profile, get into the pool, and then obviously depending on the score, it will depend that you will when will you get your ITA if you get it. And definitely right now, if you are in Canada, I don't think you're in Canada, but if you are in Canada, people who are in Canada, they have got a good chance because CR score is very low. We're expecting another draw this week, so I think it's going to drop. Maybe it's going to drop further below than 440. Just let wait and watch. I said I have 10 years visiting visa till 2000. I've been in admission and they banned me 2000 December for 5 years. After completing this ban, can I visit Canada on the same visa? No, you cannot. Basically, once you get a ban, it's an inadmissible clause. You cannot just travel after the 5 year. You have to reapply again. And if they give you a visa again, then definitely you can travel. Uh, Clear something about RNIP program in short. Gaurav, I know in short, to clear your doubt in a short is not going to be viable on the live platform. Definitely, if you need a counseling or an RNIP, um, then definitely you contact our office and book a proper appointment. We give appointment for these sort of counseling. So you can book an appointment, and our counselor will definitely help you in giving you this the brief guideline about RNIP. Any idea how long the ECE draw will continue with same score? Actually, my experience will complete in September. Ekamjo, definitely, if your experience is completing in September, you have to wait. There is no option for sure. But the way it's going right now, I'm pretty sure for next couple of months the ECE draw will be happening and the score will be low. But again, it can change any time whenever IRCC think that it's viable to send invitation to people abroad. It can change even the next draw itself, but right now there's no exact prediction to it. But maybe for another couple of months, we have the same sort of EC draw happening with the low score as it's been happening from last 2 months. I have a BE degree in mechanical engineering with 4 years of experience as a project coordinator, IELTS 8 each, A27. What are my chances in express entry? Oh, definitely. If your IELTS is 8 each, that means you are scoring CLB 9. In fact, it's almost close to CLB 10. So CLB 9 is where 8777 is CLB 9. So I think your age is good. It's 27. I know you don't have is a master degree here, but because of your IELTS, I think you stand a very good chance, Vipin, with just because of your IELTS and 4 year experience. Another good thing you have, so 3 years get you the maximum point. So I think your score will be relatively high, and the chances of you getting an IT is very very high here. Now my friends are getting their work permit in just 5 days. Who have their biometric already? Yes, should be right now. Even you're right. Post graduation work permit. Who people already have a biometric. The post graduation work permit application are processed within a week's time right now. 5 working days. You're very right. We have also got a lot of approvals recently, and they have been happening in the week times or 10 times on 10 or within 10 days, right? So yes, the because I think the number of applications they have is not high because they're not processing all category of application. So the application they are processing, the processing uh, time has been dropped. So yes, you're right. People are getting within 5 to 10 days. Can you just explain a bit regarding Tim Hortons Baker's job termed as NOC B? Uh, Again, I think I just answered that question. I'll again advise you to kindly visit our office and we will be able to assist you further with your queries. But I'm not in Canada, so what are the chances and can you help us in creating our profile? Definitely, Kanika, we can help you in creating your profile 100%. We do help clients as an immigration consultant. We take care of all category of application. So we do actively work for express entry profile. Contact our office, book an appointment, let us see where you stand exactly with your profile and what are your chances. Once we create your profile, definitely then we can help you and assist you further. So just contact our office, give us a call, book an appointment, and somebody will be able to assist you with that. So we've got a question from Preeti here. So So what are the chances of getting positive result? Because we applied spouse work permit before lockdown and in Canada and India. Preeti, right now, as I said you earlier, the visa success rate not very high. So there's nothing much I can say about it. So just wait, maybe you get a positive result. So that's the only thing we can hope for. Right now, as I said, the application which was submitted before lockdown, there's not too many positive results coming out, but you maybe your spouse may be lucky. So just wait and watch for the result. Any score prediction for upcoming draw, like how much the score will be? My prediction. If I talk about my prediction, it should be somewhere between 435 to 440. It should drop down further for another 3 to 4 points. But again, that's just a prediction. It may go high. But looking at the trend, 435 seems to be realistic. Maybe they drop down to that one, and it's going to happen. I think this week we are expecting an exponential draw. So if it's happened on Wednesday, we have to wait and watch. But I think it should be somewhere near to that score. How to submit my express entry profile without IELTS because the IELTS examination? Yes, you cannot submit your express entry profile without IELTS. IELTS, ECA, your education credential evaluation, and at least 1 year of experience is minimum required to create your profile. If you don't have this, then unfortunately, you will not be able to create your profile right now. So you have to wait till the IELTS exams are started again and you appear it for once you've got your result, then you can submit your profile. Okay, sir. Randeep Kaur, sir, can I apply for spouse visa now? Yes, you can definitely apply for spouse visa, but as I said, the international travel has not yet resumed, so it all depends on the category of application. I need to call Canada office or India office. Can you guys advisable if you? I know your inquiry is regarding PR application. So for your PR application, you should call our Canada office. That will be advisable because people over here are more expert in handling the PR application as compared to those in India. So I'll advise you to give us a call in our Canada office. We do have a WhatsApp number. You can chat on a WhatsApp and then you can fix up a call later on. So any update when regarding biometric, when they start taking biometric inside Canada? No update call. We are just waiting. Hopefully they start up soon. But right now, as I said, there is no exact date been announced. So we have to wait and watch. Sir, I've applied for postgraduate without an official transcript and I received it now. So do I need to submit? Yes, if you have applied for your postgraduate work permit without having that official transcript at that time, definitely you should submit that application, your postgraduate work permit official transcript. You can do it through web form. If you Google it, you'll find a web form. Then you have to just upload that transcript through that web form, mention your application number, your UCI number, and submit to IRCC, and that will be updated into your profile. Sir, can I apply for spouse open work permit? I think spouse open work permit, yes. If you mean to say apply, yes, definitely you can apply right now. They are taking online application, but again, the result will not be declared till you have your biometrics done. Once you have got your biometrics done, then only the result is expected. Otherwise, you have to wait and watch for the spousal application. But as I said, you can submit the application for sure, but there will be no decision been made till the biometric has been done. Or alternately, they might exempt temporarily for the biometric. We have to wait and watch. Is there have any chance that ONP will reopen it for international students? Ideally, yes, the chances are because we have seen that PNPs are in trend right now. Most of the PNPs are sending invitations to apply. So the chances are, but the PNP about international, we are talking about the last time it opened in 2020, it was live for hardly an hour or so, and then it was closed because of the volume of application. So that is a tricky application, and you have to be exactly, you should be aware of when it's going to open, which nobody is actually aware of. Definitely you need to be available online when it's open up, and then you have to go into the system, and the employer should be ready to sponsor you. That's the first thing, definitely, which will make you qualify to apply under this category. But looking at what happened last time when it opened up, it's going to be very challenging to submit the application during that small time frame. I'm trying to apply for my brother who is in Ukraine now. Does he need to get the IELTS before he can get the acceptance letter? Does I'm trying to apply for my brother who is in Ukraine now. Does he need to get the IELTS before he can get to accept? No, there are a lot. It depends on the university and colleges you are applying. There are a lot of universities and colleges which do accept and offer conditional offer letters. So if the university is offering you a conditional offer letter, then you can apply for an offer letter. You will get a conditional letter, but he's planning to join Seneca College. So Mohammed, yes, I think Seneca is issuing conditional letter depending on the intake you are applying for, and if they are issuing the conditional letter, then definitely you can apply. You will get a conditional letter, but once you get your IELTS score, your brother gets the IELTS score, then you have to submit that application, and you will be issued an unconditional offer letter. So you have to keep in mind you can only apply your brother's study permit once you get the unconditional letter. You cannot apply with conditional letter. So you have to ultimately wait till you don't your brother don't get the IELTS, and but it's better. It's a good idea to in fact apply to the college so that you reserve your seat with a conditional letter. So go ahead and apply for the application, or if you need any assistance, we can also help you in applying in Seneca College. You can contact us. We can get you a conditional letter, and then later on, once the IELTS is been approved, we'll get you the unconditional letter, and we can even help you processing the study permit application if you want. He's planning to join. Okay, I got invitation on April, and my 1 year completed only in May. Any problem? So I'm not pretty sure how you submitted your profile, because to submit a profile, definitely you need to have at least 1 year of minimum experience. So then only you can submit your profile, and you'll get a points for that. So I'm not pretty sure how you submitted, what experience you mentioned when you created your profile and submitted it, but definitely there will be a problem if that's what the scenario is. But as I said, we have to look into further details about your thing about your questionnaire. So I'll advise you to contact our office, give us a call. We do take PR appointments. We are taking it over the call and also in the office now. So it's better idea that you contact us, and we'll be able to answer your question. Great to hear that. Thank you, and looking forward to. Yes, definitely. Thank you, Mohammed, for answering. What should I do if my postgraduate work permit expiring in 6 months? So basically, if you're talking about PR, then definitely there's a lot of questions we have side you need to answer before I can tell you what you can do. But if your post-graduation work permit is expiring, unfortunately, you cannot extend the post-graduation work permit. But if you have an employer and they are ready to file an LMI application for you, then your work permit can be extended. So it depends on the situation you are in. Is it compulsory to get knock B job to extend spouse open work permit? Yes, Gurjeet, it is very, very important. This is one of the prerequisite requirement of that program. If your husband is already here on a spousal work permit and you want to extend that spousal open work permit, you need a knock OAB position for sure. If you have that position, then only you will be able to extend your spousal um, application. I know this is a hard time. People are finding it very hard to find job under knock OAB, but unfortunately that is the requirement. And if you want to extend your spousal visa application, you need to have that knock B position with yourself. My 1 year completing in May, but when I created profile in Apple and showed points, and a week later got invitation. So, Sunita, so when did you exactly started your job? Exactly, like when did you exactly start? Did you started in April or March last year? So just give me that answer that question, then I'll be able to assist you better in your query. So as we have our topic today was spousal application. So if you have if you want to sponsor your spouse in Canada class, or your spouse is in India or any part of the world, and you're looking for a spousal application, contact our office. Our office is in Brampton, Ontario, very close to Brampton Gateway Terminal. And my name is Vishal Manocha. I'm the regulated Canadian immigration consultant. You have to also make sure when you're applying your application, which agents or which immigration consultant you're hiring is very important. Definitely, that plays a very important role. First of all, the person should be a regulated consultant. It should not be somebody who is just opening up an office. Especially in Canada, it's not allowed. It's illegal to give any immigration advice or do any immigration filing without having a license. Yes, you can do it of your own. You don't need a representative. But if somebody is representing your file, uh, and you're hiring a consultant, then you have to make sure they are a regulated consultant or they are lawyers who are looking after your application. So I'm just going to take a couple of more questions before we end up the session today. Then we will be available again next Sunday with another topic very soon, which will be announced within this week. So I'm just going to take a couple of more questions before we finish off the session today. Is it possible to extend work permit? Anamika, what sort of work permit are we talking about? If we are talking about post-graduation work permit, then we cannot extend a post-graduation work permit in itself, but definitely if there's an employer who is ready to give you an LMI, then definitely the work permit can be extended. I started in North B last 2019 July. last July 31st. So can I create my profile by this month last? Yes, you can start creating. You can create your profile at the end of this month. So that will be a complete 12 months, and you will get your. If your hours are complete, definitely you can go ahead and create your profile. Preeti, thank you. Stay safe. Yes, you all, my viewers, please stay home, stay safe. Just only go out if it's necessary. It's still, I know it's hard time for all of us. A lot of businesses are already open. Even our office is going to open up very soon. But we are taking, uh, we are meeting clients with, but only with appointments on Wednesday and Saturday right now. But within week or couple of weeks, we will be starting our office where we will be available every day for, but only with appointments. So if you have any query, any question about any immigration matter, definitely Net Worth Immigration team is an expert, and we have been handling these sort of queries for a lot many years now. So I think we had enough question and answers today. It was a good session and interactive session we have. So I would like to thank all my viewers for listening to this, coming live and asking your question. Hopefully, I was able to answer all your questions. If you still have any question concern, do call us. Uh, our number is 647-891-0647. It is also available. This number is available on WhatsApp too. So if you are not in Canada, you're calling from outside Canada, then you can use this number as a WhatsApp. Somebody will reply back to you. If you're in Canada, then definitely visit us or call us. We will be able to answer your question, whatever query you have. So before I go, just the last question from Gurmeet Singh. How much band is required in ECE? I am in PEI and want to apply PEI express entry. How much band will I need? See, if we talk about ECE, Canadian Experience Class, you need overall six band. And again, it depends on basically, not I'll say overall six band, basically it depends on what job you have. It depends on not O, A or B. Like OA has a different requirement as B has got a different requirement, but you don't need six in each. It's the lower band requirement. And also regarding to PE, depending on what is the draw score in your province, it does depend on that too, that how much should be your IELTS score. Further, Gurpreet, I'll just advise you to just visit our office. Now, I would like to again thank you all for being with us for this session, and we'll be coming up live again next Sunday with some another good topic which I'll be announcing during this week. Thanks for listening. Stay home, stay safe. Any question, any concern, Net Worth Immigration is available for you. Our office is in Brampton, and we are also in India and Karnal. Just visit our offices and we will be able to help you and assist you. Stay home, stay safe. Thanks for listening. My name is Vishal Manocha, owner and director, Net Worth Immigration Solution. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. Thanks for attending this session with us. Thank you.